Myself Ajit Pratap Singh. Today I have prepared a video for class 7th, okay, in which I will tell you about transportation of materials in plants. Okay, students. As you know, students, that to be healthy and to alive, all living organisms need to transport all the materials like food, water, and oxygen also to all parts of the body. Food and oxygen are transported to all the cells in the body for respiration and for growth. Okay, students. Waste products are transported from the cells to the organs that excrete them. Now we'll talk about transportation of materials in plants. As you know, students, most plants have a well-developed transport system, which is known as the vascular system. Okay, and this system is composed of two vascular tissues. Okay, and the name of two vascular tissues are xylem and phloem. The cells of xylem are joined end to end, and they form a long tube which extend from tips of the leaves, which actually extends from the tip of the roots to the tip of the leaves. Okay, and xylem transports water and mineral upward from the roots. So we can say that xylem is the carrier of water from the root hairs to the remaining parts of the plant up to the tip of the leaves. The remaining part of the plants are stem, branches, flowers, etc. Okay, students. Phloem cells also form long tube for transportation of food in the form of glucose prepared by the plants during the process of photosynthesis from the leaves to other parts of the plant like stem, roots, flowers, branches, etc. Now we'll talk about in detail transportation of water and minerals. Water and mineral salts which are dissolved in water enter the plant through the thin root hair present in roots. Okay, root hairs are outer cells of the root. Actually, what is the function of root hairs? The root hairs increase the area or the surface area of the root so that the maximum absorption of water and minerals can be done. Water and dissolved minerals are absorbed by the roots from the soil by a process called osmosis. Okay, with the help of one activity we will come to know about osmosis. Okay, students, this is the activity in which we have taken a potato and we have peeled it, and we have sliced one of its end to make that end flat. Now we have made a deep cavity on the other end, and now we have filled it half of the cavity with the sugar solution. Now mark the level of the sugar solution in the potato. Now we will keep the potato in a dish containing some water, as you saw in the diagram. The water level in the dish should be lower than the level of the sugar solution in the potato. So water level should be lower than the sugar solution in the potato. Leave this setup for a few hours and observe the level of sugar solution in the potato cavity for a few hours. Has it gone up? How did the water get inside the potato cavity? Okay. So as the water enters the potato by osmosis, osmosis is the process of diffusion of water molecules from a semi-permeable membrane. What is the semi-permeable membrane? A semi-permeable membrane is a membrane which allows only some kind of molecules to pass through it by the process of diffusion. Okay. The concentration of water molecules is greater outside the potato than inside it, as the solution inside has sugars dissolved in the water. As we know that water is absorbed by the roots from the soil in the same way, the root hairs are in close contact with the water in the soil. The concentration of water molecules is greater outside the root hairs than inside. So water moves into the roots by the process of osmosis. So we can say that during potato also the water was diffusing from the outer part to the inside part by the process of osmosis. Similarly, the water also absorbed by the root hairs by the process of osmosis by the semi-permeable membrane. Okay, students. It then passes through the root tissues to the xylem in the roots, and from there on it passes to the remaining parts of the plant. You can see in this diagram as well. Yeah, there is a vascular tissue in the form of xylem. Cortex is present, epidermis is a layer, and root hairs are present at the last. So this is how the water moves from the root hairs through root tissue, like as I told you, xylem, and root tissue to xylem actually at the end. So this is the upward movement of water and minerals from the root hairs to the xylem, and from the xylem to the remaining parts of the plant till tip of the leaves. So this is how the transport of water and minerals takes place in plants. I hope students now you will be able to tell about the transport of water and minerals in plants really well. So thank you students for watching this video.